right, here we are. Let's get going with stream 4 of 1000 Times Resist. It's been quite a road so far. I am excited to see where it goes from here. Chapter 8. Oh, hey, it's Healer. I knew they wouldn't murder you. All right.
Oh.
When are we?
She rises.
Healer.
Good. And your name?
Okay, those are some options.
Watcher.
Try again.
Blue.
Better. And where are we?
Temperature, days, time index, -01, a star and a star, a nearness, bottomless song. Oh, okay.
There is a nearness, and its gravity is echoing.
I don't think Blue is doing the best.
I stabbed her right in the back.
Well, aren't you all sorts of something?
How long was I?
The whole time, sister. Since the beginning.
The beginning? When was the beginning?
Who knows? Who cares? For us, it's only been 8 hours.
Yeah.
You mean I've been communing this whole time?
That's about how long it takes to play through the game till this point. I've done more like 12, but if one were moving faster and not talking to every single person, you could get here in around 8 hours, I reckon, pretty easily.
Look, honey, I'll be blunt. I don't know you. But let me tell you how it looks from where I'm sitting. For years, we've been riding this train, working to piece things back together.
They're on the train, okay.
And then, hours ago, you decided to set off a bomb. In one moment, you destroyed everything we've been working toward.
Yeah.
What did you want with the ministers?
That's not for you to know. I can tell you we didn't want them burnt to a crisp.
Oh, well.
We knew those sisters. I even birthed some of those sisters.
They turned on you.
Was that a good enough reason to torch them?
I know what I did was...
Please, don't. I am not in the mood, honey. None of us are.
Watcher. I need to see her.
Was that joyride not enough? She's not taking visitors.
She'll want to see me.
Is that so?
So Blue probably isn't Watcher in that case?
Easy on your feet there. We don't need another patient aboard.
You sat next to me the whole time?
BB did.
It's very kind of her.
Don't flatter yourself, honey. We didn't know what you'd be like. Terrorist and all.
They said you were incinerated.
I might as well be.
We've got Secretary there. Though, that Secretary being there suggests that maybe Blue is Watcher. There's a whole lot of
I
uncertainty
haven't stepped
here.
off this train for... who knows how long. I've lost track.
Oh boy.
What did they get me for? Too many puns?
They said you were running dangerous experiments.
Well, that part is true.
I know.
Oh, Blue.
What's outside?
The view. Can't you tell?
Not so great.
You're right. I've seen better.
Are we going somewhere?
Finally waking up, are we?
I wanted to burn it all down.
You got what you wanted. Happy?
I'll be back.
I don't doubt it. Nowhere to go here except back and forth. Back and forth.
It's be maddening being on a train for years with nowhere to go, nothing to do.
Are you really gonna follow me around like this?
Hey!
You don't like it?
Did I say that out loud?
I've got some new tricks, I promise. And Watcher told me to, so I have to.
Okay then. Good talk.
Thank you.
Oh, it seems Secretary and Watcher made up. Alright. Ah. Well, this does seem fairly definitive proof that they're not the same person. Most likely.
Watcher? Is it really you? It's me. Blue. I guess.
I don't sense any activity.
Watcher. Can you hear me? Hello?
Solid evidence, but not definitive. Not absolute, not concrete. Could be a convenient little fake. Ooh. That was interesting.
Did you see that?
What are you referring to?
You didn't see anything?
I believe the train is experiencing power fluctuations.
Someone was floating. That was something. Where's BBF? Where's BBF?
Did you and Watcher have a good chat?
She wasn't very talkative.
Surprised you're not sick of each other yet?
Fascinating.
I don't even recognize her.
Her condition has been critical for a long time now. The drugs they gave her in captivity?
But I was just fine. She was just fine.
She may be lucid in a communion, but her meat sac is failing her.
Hello, Invader Com. Blue woke up, and Healer is pretty miffed. Secretary is following Blue around, and Blue went to talk to Watcher, who was slumped over in a chair, completely non-responsive. There's a lot of evidence that says Blue and Watcher probably aren't the same person, up to and including finding Watcher and trying to talk to her. But, well, you know, I'm not one to give up a fun hypothesis just because of apparent, overwhelming circumstantial evidence.
Every communion drags her system through the ringer.
Then why did she?
Addiction? She's been playing the past over and over, going round and round.
I'll admit what Healer's saying here does seem pretty definitive. I'll grant. I think I might be wrong on this one.
I had no idea.
She needs to be resting. You should be doing the same. You look terrible.
Fixer? I need to see Fixer.
Are you even listening to me? Of course you're not. Who listens to Healer anyways?
Having not played in Stars in Time, I unfortunately cannot opine. We can get another floating body just hanging out in the train. Nope, didn't look like it.
You said there'd be no more blood.
Vivi, we don't have time for this. We're already on our way there.
Fair enough, Clara. I suspect there will be a definitive answer in this game.
They know we're coming. You tricked me.
Poor BBF.
We don't always get to choose how it goes, okay?
Fixer, I shot her in the head.
You did what you needed to do.
What you needed me to do. How aim can an arrow from a bow that can't bend?
What? I mean, that is possible, and that's why I have not said absolutely I'm incorrect, my mistake. However, the way Healer's talking about it suggests probably I'm wrong.
What are you even saying?
How about I speak your language? Let the murderers do their murdering. Leave me out of it.
Poor BBF. She's so tall. Why are the clones different heights? Don't get me wrong, BBF's great.
You. Good timing.
Hey, Fixer.
How are you alive?
Hey, this is my train. I'm asking the questions. Who do you work for? What do they want?
I mean, no one, really. Used by everyone working for herself.
There was a guard. A white guard. Mauve.
Mauve? That's her name?
Why wouldn't it be? I saw her in the communion. She was there with Watcher in the cell. She wants to incinerate all the sisters from the last generation.
If that's true, Nowhere's in danger.
A sister named Doreen. From your time, I think.
I can't believe she would go around me like this.
I can. All the old sisters are getting picked off one by one. Bartender was shot.
No wonder I haven't heard from her.
You talked?
Not as much as I would have liked.
The Iris fanatics, they helped. They want to clear the way for a second All-Mother.
Those weirdos? They're involved now?
Everyone's involved.
I met with the Jows.
The Jows?
They sent the others to me.
They've gone rogue.
Chris, she runs a miscellaneous underground network. I wanted to help.
Chris.
You know her?
I told her to wait.
The way the Reds treat us in Old Town, we were done waiting. I was done waiting.
You're telling me they all helped?
In one way or another.
Shit. I knew something was going on. Why do you think we grabbed you?
They cut you out.
Losers.
How'd you know it was me?
I was following you.
Aw, thanks, Secretary.
I sent Secretary to do some spying on our friends.
But what have you been doing all this time? Where are we?
I finally figured out these damn trains. We're circling. Never in one place. Always on the move.
What's our plan?
My plan went up in smoke thanks to you.
All right, what was your plan? What's your aim?
The ministers were going to overthrow Principal.
Oops.
Legitimately.
The Red Guard would never stand for it.
I was working on it.
Things are out of control. I've seen through Watcher's eyes. People need to know the truth.
Things take time, okay? They take careful planning. I don't expect a shell like you to understand that.
Where are we headed?
We're to rendezvous with everyone in 72 hours.
Who is everyone, Fixer?
They called a meeting.
Who is they?
God damn it. Not now.
What happened?
We stopped.
These trains were never meant to run non-stop like this. Something must have... Get out of my way.
Wow, somebody running other than a player character in this game. Don't see that often.
No, no, no. It's only a matter of time.
BB, hey. You okay?
Anyone seeing... Oh, there's Fix... Is that Fixer outside? Is that what I'm seeing out there? Probably. I'm just marveling at the fascinating social dynamic created by Communion. Blue knows these people. Like, she kind of does. Because she has seen through Watcher's eyes. She's experienced firsthand what Watcher experienced. And yet, they have no clue who she is.
Do I know you?
I'm Blue.
You seem uncertain about that.
I'm adjusting.
Long communion ring your sky through the iris of an eye?
I love BBF so much.
Something like that.
So you're the mass murderer.
Guilty.
Well, a dull knife is no knife at all.
Why do I know these words?
They are yours. I spent time with you in the communion.
And the communion of the communion.
If you are so acquainted with me, then you must know that I don't trust murderers.
That makes 2 of us. 2 murderers who have it out for murderers.
Leave me, will you? There was dire and damage enough before you came along.
Can I just ask you a question? About Fixer and Watcher?
No.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Oh, do we get another floating body or just to Watcher? Just to Watcher then.
You were so mad, but so out of breath. To be honest, it was hard not to laugh.
How is she?
Stable, for now.
You talk to her?
I tell her bedtime stories
Oh.
of the past.
Just realized since I am not currently communing, I can pop down there and get out of the way of dialogue a bit better. That should be nicer.
Seeing as how much she likes that stuff,
Can she hear you? Us?
the monitors don't pick up any response, but you can give it a shot. Maybe you'll be successful, since the 2 of you have such a bond.
Ah, healer.
You sleep here?
Best that someone is nearby at all times.
What about BB?
Sleeps too soundly.
And Fixer?
Honey, don't play dumb.
I think Watcher was trying to share something important with me.
Like what?
Don't play dumb. Healer, we don't have to play.
Right at the end, something about that city. The one we left.
City?
You haven't seen it?
I see. Shared all this to a stranger.
Oh, healer. Oh, healer.
I was always trying to get her to open up. To me. Her sister.
Oh, healer. Healer was angry at Watcher because Watcher didn't appreciate Fixer and because Healer liked Fixer. And then Watcher goes off and Healer is bitter at someone else for Watcher liking them. Poor Healer. Can't catch a break. That is an odd walk cycle, but okay.
Watcher, can you hear me? Inside sunrise, please.
Apologies. This often happens.
A mix as old as sweet as...
Do you want to tell her a story?
Watcher, I can make you an inside sunrise. Have all the ingredients for it. Just wake up. Melody? I think I'll leave her for now. Let her rest.
As you wish.
No one is beyond forgiveness. Whoa. It buzzes. Cut it out.
Giving me an essentially two-dimensional plane to run along.
What if we're caught? Do you see what I'm saying?
I'll just finish that thought. The back and forthness of this is kind of amusing as a distillation of the walking sim as a genre, you know?
I'll carry her.
BB, without the meds, the equipment,
I'll carry the equipment.
she's lived too many lifetimes.
Are you giving up on our sister?
Don't do that. Remember what our functions have in common. Both require us to separate our heartbreak from our hand.
Well, this is my hand talking. Try again. You are the queen of experimentation. Try something you haven't tried yet.
You're overstepping.
The sand need only pour once before it knows oblivion.
What sand?
I have failed sisters before. If you will not, I'll do it myself.
And I suppose I just sit around and let you make a mess of the place?
You probably shouldn't.
All right. All right. Let me think. Is there something I haven't thought of? What else? What else?
Healer?
Not now.
I want to help.
Honey, just leave me. Please. You really want to help?
Yes.
Then tell Fixer to get herself over to Watcher.
Are you sure it should be me?
I thought you wanted to help.
Okay, but what about the train?
Tell her she may not have many more chances.
All right.
We were never very good at talking to one another.
This much has been observed.
Maybe the easier it was, the harder it is when it's broken.
Hmm.
There was a time I didn't talk to anyone, even my closest sisters.
And how did you come out of it?
Someone believed in me.
Good for you.
You were hurt.
Skirmishes on the tracks. If you're looking for stories of bloody battle, you should move along, sister.
How long have Watcher and Fixer been like this?
When Watcher came back to us, she was in a dire state already. Fixer insisted on giving her an eye.
Whoa.
Watcher refused. Fixer pressed on. Watcher retreated, and they cut each other deeply.
Yeah, it's the writing in this game is so phenomenal, Claire.
What was said?
Don't think that's for you to know.
You knew the Minister of Defense?
She was a pupil of mine.
I remember.
If you saw it all, then why ask?
Wish me luck.
Might need more than that with Fixer.
You're funny, Bang Bang Fire.
I was. Once.
Poor BBF. She seems the sweetest and gentlest of them.
A mess. Everything is a mess.
What is all this stuff?
Pieces for a backup pantograph. Bits for a secondary suspension. This train needs a whole teardown and rebuild. By hand. We can't be sitting still like this.
Do the others help you?
Do you really expect BB to have the precision? Or Healer to have the grit? Machines don't consider your feelings. They'll tell you you're wrong every time. That's their best quality.
Yikes.
Healer told me to get you. That there aren't many chances left to talk to Watcher.
She's always so dramatic. I've got work to do. We're stuck, and who's going to get us unstuck, huh?
I think she really means it.
All right, little messenger. Tell her this for me. Fuck off.
What happened to you on the other side? Is that why you're like this? Is that why you can't face Watcher?
I'd be careful if I were you.
Oh, Fixer. Oh, Fixer.
Once in a communion, I experienced the sky pouring itself apart, and it gave me such melancholy. Some sense that all we've ever known is brittle. Oh, sorry. I thought you were Healer.
You feel lost?
Wasn't I the one who said, a dull knife is no knife at all?
Maybe no knife at all isn't so bad. Maybe You're meant for something else. For what it's worth. I get it. I spent a lot of my life feeling the same way.
Really?
Like, nothing was right. Like, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing.
Yes. A shift in the wind can set the sails.
Yeah. I couldn't have said it better.
Oh?
And can I just say, knock knock.
Who's there? Ears. Ears who?
Ears, another knock knock joke for you.
Wow.
I have to go deliver a message. I'll leave you with the rain.
That was quick.
I have a message to deliver.
Go on.
The train's almost fixed.
Oh,
Oh, is that right?
that's what that meant.
Don't tell anyone, Blue. I'm tired. I'm so damn tired. So many years trapped like this, at each other's throats. Is it wrong that I long for simpler times?
Oh yeah, Blue is so awkward.
What do you miss from that time?
I miss my station, my lab, having the resources to do proper work. All the shells simply doing their part, calling me Sister Pink.
I can call you Sister Pink, if that helps.
Oh, Blue.
No, thank you. Sometimes just to miss something is enough.
Oh, I get to ask all of them. Okay.
Do you regret anything?
I used to think I was so above everything, speaking my mind and my truth as if everyone wanted to hear it, as if doing the same thing over and over again would make it better, even when everything was getting worse, and some people needed to hear something else.
How did you escape?
The night of the occupant event, Nowhere came to us, shaking, explained that Watcher got on the train meant for her, that things were going to take a bad turn. BB and I fled to Old Town, and Bartender hid us under the baseboards of the bar.
You mean in the storage?
You know the place,
We stashed strange ingredients down there.
and that's what we were. There was barely enough room to stand. We spent 2 months hiding before Fixer found us. Imagine our surprise, seeing the dead come back to life.
I didn't know Bartender did so much.
She saved us.
She saved me too. Healer, you need a break.
I'm beyond rest, honey. Don't worry about me. You, on the other hand,
I'm doing fine.
please. I need someone to listen to me for once.
Now hear this. Now hear this.
Okay.
This is a system-wide transmission, direct to you, the esteemed High Minister.
Sisters and compatriots, this is the High Minister speaking. A brutal attack has been made on our solemn efforts at a sustainable future. I need not recite the damage, but I will speak their names. Vivian, Janice, Vanessa, Eileen, Denise. These were the ministers that served you without a thought to their own desires. Yesterday, they were brutally murdered in an act of senseless violence. Not since the death of the All-Mother have we seen such bloodshed and shared such grief. Yet, there is hope in these trying times. Our principle persists.
Oh no.
Yes, sisters, she lives. And with her blessing, I have been given emergency powers to hunt down these terrorists and punish them to the full extent of our laws.
Does she actually?
Effective immediately, all sisters and compatriots will shelter in place. Those who seek to harm us are still at large. Stay inside, stay safe. We will seek no rest and see no night until those responsible are brought to justice. Let the inside sky cast no shadow for these criminals. This is your High Minister speaking. The year is 7 AA. The time is 1900 hours. Gratitude to the Provisional Government.
Help! Someone help! Get away from me! Move! Help! I'd rather die.
Healer, do something. Wake her up.
Shortness of breath, heart palpitations, blood pressure spike.
You knew, didn't you? It makes sense now. A knower always knows. You knew what she was doing.
Noah's voice must have triggered her.
My eye! You took my eye! Help! Someone help!
Watcher.
Breathe. Just breathe real slowly, love.
No more. These injections. They make me see things.
Please, Blue. Say something to her.
Watcher, you wanted an inside sunrise, right? I have one for you. Mixed to perfection. He'll calm you right down, I promise. Nowhere can hurt you now. You're gonna kill me? Good. Put me out of my misery, sister.
Poor Watcher.
How long will this last?
I don't know. This is more strain on her system than she can bear. Go tell Fixer to come now. Go tell her it's now or never.
Yep, there we go. Keep getting cut on the walls. Still waiting another floating body.
Oh, my daily bother comes around.
Oh, Fixer.
Fixer. It's now or never.
Haven't I heard that before? Dramatic. Everyone on this train is so dramatic.
Fixer, you don't understand.
I understand just fine. Watcher does what Watcher wants, and everyone pays for it.
Oof.
The Fixer I know would never...
Right. How could I forget? You know me. You know Watcher. You know it all, don't you?
I know she misses you.
You know, while you two were busy reminiscing, some of us were taking things seriously. You heard nowhere. They're after us. They are after you. So have a sense of self-preservation, will you? Leave me alone. Let me do what needs to be done. You can go play nurse with the others.
Ah! This is such a hard choice.
Fine. Fine. I give up.
Good. Finally. You can thank me later.
I think I may have made a mistake, but I'm not sure. Oh well. But maybe no knife is okay. I hope no knife is okay.
Blue, quick. She's asking for you.
Healer?
No. Watcher. She's awake. Healer gave her something. For a sliver of a second, our sister is back. Just like she was before. Is Fixer coming?
No. I really tried.
Never mind. Go to her.
How about you?
I still need a moment.
What do you mean?
Watcher is dying. Healer says, whatever you do, don't tell her.
We have to tell her.
Why wake her only to deliver daggers? She deserves to traverse in peace. Please, Blue. These last moments are what she will carry into forever. Don't tell her. Please. Sweet, sweet Watcher. How to separate heartbreak from hand.
Be gentle with her.
She needs to know. We can't keep this from her.
We can. We will. Any attempt at a communion will end her. Got it?
No communion. I got it.
We'll wait here.
Watcher. We're back together. Finally. You. I'm sorry. Commune. Now.
Brutal.
Watcher, wait. We can't. Secretary, do it. Wait.
Well?
These sisters need help. Watcher, end this communion now. There is a you that remains and remains. There is an us with a pattern we are threading. Listen to me. There is a branch that continues diverging. End this communion.
Yeah, she's not super inclined to. Oh. All right. There we go. Let's get out of the way of that information now that we're back in a communion. There are different endings to the game. Okay, interesting. No, I'll play it blind. You know what? I will experience this game without checking anything, no guidance towards an ending. And then if I feel the need, I'll go back and replay for different endings. Whoa. That's where I'm at, Claire. Huh. We're down here. Yeah, BBF is so good. I mean, she's just... to say she's gentle. The kindest and gentlest of them. Nothing much to do. Hello again,
Hey.
Watcher.
I said stop this right now. There is a now. There is a now, and you are in it. Watcher, we both know you're in bad shape.
Yep, just right there behind us. Very large statue of Iris.
Me? I'm fine. Here in this place, I feel more than fine. This now. When is it?
Your end.
The train just broke down. Fixer is working on it. Then the time is right.
Oh, is it? Year 2019. Okay.
I wish she would stop doing that.
Yeah. Year is 2019. And that's before Iris was born. Oh no, like, I assume 2019 as in the time of Iris's parents. Yeah, that's my assumption.
Ah, Blue. It's you. Feels good to stretch my legs. Watcher, can you just stay put for a moment? We're running out of time. I'm glad we can talk. You said we needed to face the future. When did I say that?
Yeah, like an hour ago?
I say that, don't I? You're confused. Time and sequence. These are hard for me now. You must understand. Watcher, why did you give me all your memories? Why did you choose me? I was a stranger, a nobody. Yes, you were without rank, status, function, without judgment. I could trust you with what happened, and then the more time I spent with you, I realized. Tell me, why did you name yourself Blue? Because I always felt I was searching for something. Something just out of reach.
Claire, you've leapt from the same person to I think they should be together. Fair enough, I suppose.
Ah, blue. The color of futility. You reminded me of me. I wanted more for the both of us.
That's true enough, Claire.
So I stayed and stayed until we became entangled. And now comes the most important part. Our sisters must understand how and why they are alive. We must help them resist erasure. After what I did, we're at each other's throats. How are we gonna make them listen? Let me show you.
For me, year... Good question. Iris back there. Occupant right here.
These familiars were gifts from the occupants. A way to communicate with them. When I hurt Secretary, they entered a self-protection state. Iris's commands were washed away.
I remembered everything.
Oh!
The occupants communicate through referencing memory. Their recall is perfect. Our human ability to remember...
is pitiful.
Secretary, please.
Apologies.
The occupants gave the familiars to Iris, a way to store her memories outside of herself. They serve to ease where human memory is fallible.
Oh, let's not go there, Claire.
A single familiar allows for a two-way communion, like we are having now. But do you remember? Iris transmitting to all the ancient sisters at once. The memory of the city. Yes. When all three familiars are present, a mass communion can be initiated. With every living thing in the orchard, the other side, this whole place. We can show everyone all at once what we know. And not only us. The experiences of Iris, her mother, her grandmother. our ancestors. The information in our genetic memory.
We're getting a little Assassin's Creed here, are we?
Will that be enough? I've learned that all change and transformation is violent. Fixer, healer, BBF. They're no match for the Red Guard. There is a way.
2047, back to the beginning.
We must summon the occupant.
What?
Iris's familiar has a direct link to the occupant. In the mass communion, you must summon them.
Oh boy.
I don't understand.
Iris and the occupant had a pact. As we saw, she had been communing with them regularly, sharing with them her new memories. In exchange for her obedience, the occupant was hers to command. She used this power to eradicate all the other humans in this place. You can't be suggesting. I am. We must seize that power. There is an opportunity now. I can feel it. Principal may be alive, but she is barely holding on to life. The explosion. Your actions, though desperate, destructive, have opened a path forward.
I have no idea, Claire.
An opportunity of this kind is fragile. You must ensure the path bends toward justice. You're asking me to use that power to kill sisters? I am asking you to make decisions. Do what it takes to protect a future worthwhile. But this is just the same cycle again and again. No. Secretary, explain.
When the occupant appears, I will merge with it.
Oh.
You can do that?
I am an occupant.
You are an occupant.
Correct. I am a copy, like you.
Do you remember where you're from? Why you're here?
No, I was branched without that knowledge. I was made to store and transmit memory, and then to learn your way of speaking. Once I merge with my source, I will remember.
And you trust, Secretary? I do.
You will be given administrative privileges upon my merging. I will make sure of that.
Okay.
We are tools. We will accept your commands.
Blue, I have searched for so long. Replaying moments, trying to understand.
Fascinating.
Finally, I know what has to be done.
Which one, Claire?
Principal has the other two familiars. We must get to them. Initiate a mass communion, summon the occupant, and allow Secretary to merge with them. But Watcher, we can do it. I know we can.
Yeah, I have three choices. I can say nothing, nothing, or nothing. I'm gonna do the middle.
Here. This is your last communion.
Fair enough, Claire. Yeah, that makes sense.
What are you talking about? Healer says you don't have much time left. You're dying. Watcher? Who told you to say that? What? What are you talking about? Was it Knower? Did she convince you? Was it Principal? No. Watcher, listen to me.
That worked out.
Will you stop pushing me around? Knower, She got to you, didn't she? A knower always knows. After I told you everything.
How do I get up? Don't think. Well, oh yeah, this will do. Good. There we go. Watcher's not okay.
Stop running.
Watcher, I'm afraid she's telling the truth.
The truth? What is the truth?
Your body is broken. Your mind.
This is exactly what they want. For us to doubt ourselves and give up.
What do you remember last?
I was chained up. No, that's not right. I was with my parents. Iris's parents. No. I was standing on the other side. Or was I talking to Zhao? Secretary, what is this? What's going on?
You were scattered across time.
Poor Watcher.
Why didn't you stop me?
I tried. Every instance, you insisted.
Healer warned me early on. How many times have you lived it over? I don't know. I lost count.
837 instances.
That's a few.
Oh. Out there. What's happening out there? You've been in a daze, screaming in your sleep. I can't stop now. I don't know if it will work, but I have to see it through. I was tricked. So easily tricked. This was all my fault. Your sisters want to see you. Talk to them, please. It's your last chance. I want to say goodbye, but I feel present. I am here. I don't want to be a picture. Come on. Let's go talk to Healer and Bibi, okay? And fix her. Wait. Your mask. I want to pretend. Let me pretend. Okay. Will it hurt? I'm sure Healer won't let that happen. This is where I made the biggest mistake of my life.
And we all knew it as you did. Sorry, Watcher.
The world you live in.
Oh, I'm kind of covering. Pop up there for now, I guess.
I never wanted it to turn out that way. I should have done better. We all should have done better. Tried harder. Left you something better.
Nice sentiment.
I promise. I will do my best. Secretary will do their best, right?
I'm always doing my best.
Not here. It's not here. One more.
It really is Claire.
One more.
Top down now. The camera changes so much in this game. It does make it feel very small. Yeah.
Sometimes your backpack isn't big enough.
That's how it goes.
Isn't it strange? I've never actually been here before, but everything in my body tells me it's home. Thank you, Blue. I'm ready to see my sisters now.
Oh, I'm gonna start crying. Uh-oh.
I can't wait to see you. Secretary,
Yes, Watcher.
lights out. I'll go get Healer. Watcher? Watcher.
What did I say about communions?
I couldn't stop her.
Did you at least get to talk to her?
I did.
Did she say anything about us?
Hmm. Hmm. This hurts me deeply. Ah. Because the truth is she didn't. Not really. I know, but telling them the truth, it's such a brutal truth.
She didn't have a chance.
Watcher.
That's... I don't know if I can always agree with that, Claire. Conceptually, yeah, but some lies are perhaps kinder. I don't know. I'm not committed to either side of this one.
The train's broken for good, and we can't sit here any longer. We have to go on foot.
Watcher. Do you hear that? We're going for a walk.
We're not taking a body with us.
No. No, that's not right.
We're not carrying a corpse around.
She's right, BB.
I can carry her. Let me carry her.
No, no one is carrying her. I'm not asking for your opinion. We leave her behind, or we'll end up just like her.
Fixer,
What?
you're a cold bitch.
Tell someone who cares. You little motherfucker. Don't worry. I won't let them touch you ever again.
Okay. 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 That got me. Where are we now? When are we now?
This station is huge.
How long has it been?
Hey, how are you holding up?
Huh. Come to pick on me? I wanted off that train. But walking all the way? This is more exercise than I've done in years. Honestly, I'm more worried about BB. She's not taking this well.
I could talk to her.
I wouldn't.
What is this place?
Fixer told me about it once. Said she found it while she was on the run, hiding on the tracks. Don't know much else.
The Jows, Chris, and the others. Are they meeting us here?
They better be. I'm not walking another step on those tracks.
Are you doing okay?
Me? I thought I would be relieved that we don't have to take care of her anymore, that her suffering is over. Don't worry, I'll be fucked up later. Just wait and see.
I'm here if you need me.
Well, after everything Watcher told you, do you think she was at peace?
Oh, goodness. No? No.
Maybe now is not the best time. Maybe I don't want to know right now. You go on ahead.
Oops, didn't mean to skip the last bit there.
BB. I'm here if you need me.
Yeah, it's, what a choice. What a choice.
Oh, bodies. Hello.
That is some corpses. Looks like it's the 50. But I mean, sure, 1,000 years, but if all life on Earth was completely destroyed except for what was conserved, there'd be no bacteria to break things down. There'd be, like, maybe that's what happened. Well, yeah, but the blood on the walls, for example, and the meat within the bodies seems more present than it should be. I'm gonna go get up on one of the side platforms, get a better angle. Oh, I can only kind of.
Good. You're here. We've got a couple things to do before everyone gets here.
What is all this?
This is a tomb.
Yep.
I guess you didn't bury all of them.
Yeah, it's entirely possible, though there was mention of some solid foods with the shells. Not entirely sure.
Yeah. Mom was never great with the details.
I guess not.
Secretary, I've brought up the CCTV database.
I see it.
You can?
It's all electricity.
Manifest the database. I want you and Blue to comb the records.
Understood.
If everything Watcher said is true... Anyways, just do it, okay?
What am I looking for?
I'm sure one of these dead assholes had full access. Find out which one and tell Healer.
Gotcha.
I'll get things ready here.
Blue, the records will appear as time indexes for your viewing pleasure. This is a difficult operation. I will need to borrow your memory to cache the representations.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Please witness them, so I can further translate the other data.
Congratulations, you've got new colors.
Okay. Well. Oh. Hey, healer, you're up here now.
Talking to ghosts?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Well, don't slow down for me. You've got a function to perform. Tell me which body, and I'll show you some magic.
You're more dangerous than you let on, aren't you?
Oh, flattery at this hour? I like it.
What's in the box?
You'll see.
Probably something deeply upsetting. Oh. Hey, that's interesting. That might be what I just saw, Claire.
They're not saying it, but Central has calculated our chances. It's a damn lottery. Why do you think they're 50? They're hedging their bets.
It can't be that bad.
Well, you heard. They sent some craft into orbit. Bad news up there, too. Only way is down.
Purple.
You seem very fond of her.
Isabel the 50.
Well, she's a fine subject. You know, that radiant skin and hair that comes with youth. But will she cooperate? It'll take a bit of persuasion. Your forte. Exactly. You remember. Girl, I'm always trying to forget.
Mimi the 50. Oh, yellow. Hey, Johnson the 50.
All systems are green.
Excellent. We will see the sky again.
No.
Yes, sir. I have no doubt.
You have a military background?
I do, sir.
Where were you stationed?
Edmonton, Canada.
A great tragedy. I'm sorry. I had friends from Edmonton.
A necessary sacrifice, they tell me.
I have friends from Edmonton.
Yes.
Friend from Edmonton.
More to come in a minute. Let's not delay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hey, BB.
Baby, what are you doing?
Keeping a light on. This way, Watcher can see where we are and find us.
Oh, poor BB.
I don't want her to be lost.
I mean, of all the places in Alberta to be from, Edmonton is the least tragic that I can think of.
Hey, you check out those theme parks they built for us?
The city simulacra?
All Pacific themed. An Asian one, a Cascadia one. There's even a fake suburb.
Why would they do that?
They're afraid we'll go crazy.
And this is their solution?
Don't knock it till you try it. I had fun.
Maybe you've already gone crazy.
I mean, Claire, politically speaking, just of places to be remotely progressively inclined, I would take the dot of weird orange over the sea of blue.
Maybe I showed up on this ship crazy.
Convenient.
Take a visit sometime. It'll remind you of home.
I don't need to be reminded.
Oh, yeah. Anyone down here? No. I think I've talked to all of them. All ones with colors, therefore all the ones that can talk. Canadian politics aside.
It's hard to believe this place exists. I guess they were ready to settle in for a long time.
Is there one I've missed? Oh, there is an upper level that I've missed. Here we go. We've got blue up here. Hello, Amelia the 50.
I'm not good with enclosed spaces.
You're telling me this now?
Come on. We all had to cheat, lie, and steal our way onto this ship. What? You didn't lie?
Oof.
Jasper, I can smell the booze off you.
Shh. It just helps me focus.
Famously does the opposite.
You won't tell anyone.
So long as you share.
Ah, okay, there we go. Oh, wow, there's a whole bunch of them up here. Oh, I play through until I get to -1 and see where they die to identify which one's Johnson the 50, I bet.
Pacific 50 to Central 1. Reporting in. Ready on your mark.
Pacific 50, please respond. Central 1 to Pacific 50. Message received. Incoming video transmission.
Standing by.
Yeah, right? Have we heard about Central 1? I don't remember.
Johnson, putting on a little weight, are you?
Any updates?
You're not gonna like it.
Tell me anyway.
Those sick fuckers love suffering so much? Well, we're gonna put on the best show they've ever seen.
Yeah, there was mention of other facilities. I just don't remember Central 1 being mentioned before.
5 simultaneous consistent shellings of our remaining most populated areas. We've already notified the cities. Good lead, I'd say. People are running, sheltering, hiding, you name it. We'll prolong it as long as we can, make good cover for our descent.
Will it work?
I swear. Peace to honey. These monsters. They're already making their way there.
And the cities? Their names?
If you really need to know. What's left of Seattle, LA, New York, Toronto, Houston, the big ones, Johnson. The rest of the world is doing the same.
Oof.
We'll have a memorial.
I wouldn't if I were you. Think happy thoughts. Don't tip your location. Some old shit once called us the scourge of the earth. They may have been right. Let's show them what a fucking scourge can do.
The simulations were promising.
Fake numbers always look good, don't they?
Maybe my favorite response to something along the lines of the simulations look good I have ever heard, actually.
Fingers crossed it won't be you.
Fingers crossed.
Say hi to Mimi for me, will you? Central 1. Out.
Spin up for descent?
Yes, sir.
Anything more to be said?
Pacific 50 to
Pacific Central.
Just playing through it again, okay.
Tell me.
Gotcha.
Will it work? And the sit. We'll have a.
I will. Hey, let's
simulate.
Fake
fingers.
Say hi. Central.
Spin up.
All right. Oh yeah, let's show him what a scourge can do. Is a pretty good line. Well, oh, hello. This rises, huh? Neat.
We've been cleared for descent.
Now hear this, now hear this. This is a ship-wide transmission. Prepare for descent.
All stations secured and reporting in.
Descent.
Descending. 10 meters. 50 meters. 100 meters.
Okay, why 10 and 50 and then 100, not 100? George, pick one and stick with it.
Surface activity?
No change detected.
150 meters.
Is this like some actual standard? Because it's very weird. 50 can be mistaken to 50 for 15, but 10, no one's gonna confuse 10 for any other number. And 10 coming, like 50 coming after 10, probably not gonna confuse. Like, I suppose it is after, but only a little bit after. I don't know.
250 meters.
Surface activity detected.
It seems military. That doesn't necessarily mean it is military. I don't know. I'm splitting hairs over something largely irrelevant.
Brace. 500 meters. 600 meters, sir.
Pacific 48 has activated self-flooding. Pacific 42, 44, 45 self-flooding activated.
They're drowning themselves.
Occupants are changing trajectory.
That's 8,000 souls.
Destination reached. 1,000 meters, sir.
Communications coming in from Arctic 12, 14, descent confirmed. Atlantic 29, 26, and 21, descent confirmed. Pacific 41, descent confirmed.
And the rest?
No word yet, sir.
Central 1?
Nothing yet from Central 1.
It's been 24 hours. We can safely assume that only 7 of 50 facilities made their proper descent. We can also assume Central 1 is down.
Jesus Christ.
If it wasn't for Pacific 48 self-flooding, and then the others drowning like that.
Yeah, 14%.
Yes. It was the grueling anticipation of their own deaths that saved us.
An interesting strategy.
Those were people, Secretary.
Such trauma results in intensified memory collection. The occupants, we, must have interpreted that as an act of communication.
Mimi, the work of you and your team, please, commence immediately.
Fascinating. The notion that they weren't seeking misery, but strong emotional reactions came across as communication. That's interesting.
We must make their sacrifices worthwhile.
Leave it to me, Johnny. I gotcha.
One more thing. This information stays with us. We need to keep our spirits high, lest we attract the occupants' attention. Not a single word to the rest of the crew. Do you understand?
Oh, hey, Fixer.
Did you figure it out?
Not yet.
Didn't bartender give you a sense of work ethic?
Hey, Fixer.
Work ethic? I thought you two were close. Bartender was a model slacker. And I learned from the best.
That's not the bartender I knew. Guess you changed with age.
Don't we all?
Well, you're with me now. Get on a Fixer schedule for once. And move it.
Okay. You don't have to yell.
Oh, Fixer. Oh, Fixer.
It's hard to believe this place exists. I guess they were ready to settle in for a long time.
Okay, we've already heard that. The degree to which misery resulting in meanness is consistent through this.
Can you do this for me, Blue? When the time comes? It would be awful to not know where you are.
Poor BB. I have no idea which arc is my fave because until I see them all, there are so many fascinating beats that we've hit. I mean, Watcher is dead, but her arc was incredible.
Have you seen the girl lately?
Iris?
She's got murder in her eyes. I don't blame her.
What is she going to do? She's a teenager.
Ooh.
You don't have any children, do you?
There we go.
Did you hear? There's been a wave of, people ending it.
It's been 5 years.
Oof.
We're not meant to be holed in like this.
There's plenty of space. They made sure of that. Buried space.
People need to touch grass.
We brought grass.
Well, glad I never have to worry about you.
We might end up like the rest of them, buried at sea.
They're monitoring surface activity 24/7. We're gonna be okay.
Yeah, seems like, Claire. Seems like seven vessels survived, and then Iris took them out.
Leadership said, think good, happy thoughts.
Yeah, the other 6 may have perished before Iris did it.
Oh, yeah? Is that what you're doing?
I'm thinking about the last conversation my husband and I had about fruit. We didn't know it would be our last.
Doesn't sound happy.
Well, he was good, and we were happy.
I mean, we still don't know exactly what happened, so the degree to which... I'm assuming it was... probably plunging into either the ocean or... I mean, at the speed, probably the ocean. Can't imagine that you could burrow underground that quickly. And talk of self-flooding from the other vessels suggests that a body of water would be involved if failure resulted in flooding.
Any results?
The last 5 clones had some interesting outcomes.
Such as?
Good news. They're growing faster now, so we won't have to wait for them to get to their target age. We can also implant knowledge, language, motor skills, and so on. They'll come out immediately more useful. Bad news? They all still succumb to the sample of the disease. Don't look so disappointed, Johnny. I won't settle for less than an exact copy.
And the child?
The backup? Just like a real human thing. Adorable. Everybody loves babies.
Oh?
Except for Iris. Iris is not so smitten.
I've spoken to Pacific 41.
Oh. Oh yeah, I mean, Mimi being ruthless we have seen before.
We've agreed that we will take an accelerated approach while they continue with caution.
Yeah, that's my first thought as well, Bears.
Your request for increased capacity has been approved. Don't waste it.
You know me, Johnny. I hate waiting.
Another reduction. They're cutting down on lab-grown food this time.
The faster we solve this, the faster we can return to the surface.
Listen to yourself. Do you really think you're gonna live to see this? They're already training the next generation to replace Mimi. She's got her own little academy, and they each get their own iris. They didn't call this a generation ship for kicks.
And I wonder if this is where the colors came from.
I just want to eat steak. Is that so much to ask?
It's hard to believe. I guess they...
Have heard that one before.
I visited Asia Town.
It's good, right? I told you.
Yeah, it's nice. Artsy.
1,000 years is so much time. 1,000 years ago, in English history, we were 4 decades and change from the Norman conquest.
My daughter would have loved it. It's good that she's gone, that she didn't have to see all this. It would have broken her little heart. Kids, you know?
They've got karaoke. Have you done the karaoke?
I don't sing.
That's besides the point.
Ben, you don't have to.
Come on, let's go. Make a night of it. You deserve joy. Your daughter would want that.
Pacific 41 blinked out yesterday.
Oh, and there were 6.
What do you mean, blinked out?
Cut all communications.
What?
Shh. Keep it down.
What happened over there?
I don't know. The last transmission we received? No words. Just screaming.
Well, that bodes.
And then something worse. Say what you will about Iris, but at least her presence gives us hope.
Yeah, that's true enough.
If I decide to be an idiot, then I'll be an idiot on my own accord.
I don't think there are other clone colonies. I think there are just other generational ships. It seems that there's only one Iris, only one place experimenting on clones with her. Or clones of her.
Enough of the Bach quotes, Johann the 50.
What do you want?
So angry. Is this about your top performer not performing?
Oh, Mimi.
I wasn't made for this, Mimi. I know that now.
You should step aside.
Who will take this? Who wants this? Tell me. You?
A change would be nice.
Say something useful or leave.
One of the clones has successfully entered their 3rd trimester.
Okay. That's concerning.
It's the furthest we've made it so far. It's worth celebrating.
If it fails, I don't want this branch going any further.
We've yet to try inseminating the original.
Oh, this is horrifying. You know, things like this make me go, I don't blame Iris. Yikes.
What? Iris? Out of the question.
We must exhaust all possibilities. It is our duty. To those who gave their lives.
We've put her through enough.
Johann, weren't you from Toronto?
Oof. Properly grotesque. Absolutely vile. Seems we agree, Bears. I wonder where Mimi and who else is missing? Probably not down here. No one seems to have been down here. No. Maybe this one just doesn't have... Mimi and the 5th one, who I can't remember right now.
I wanted to go.
Bridge crew has to stay behind. You know
Oh,
that.
Johnson's also not here. Gotcha.
Johnson got to go.
They're out of their minds, bringing Iris to the surface.
Oh, this is when we started, basically.
Just because she asked?
It's reckless.
Wouldn't you want some fresh surface air? Feel a gust of wind? Touch some real grass, for fuck's sake?
Who says there's any grass left?
It's all because Mimi and Iris have gotten a little too close.
What does that mean?
You know exactly what that means. We've all seen them disappear together for hours.
Careful what kind of bullshit gossip you're spreading.
Shit does spread around here.
We risked everything. Gave up everything. To be here. For what?
For a goddamn clown show.
Well, I think they're none too pleased. What am I looking for? I don't see any other colorful people around. Ah, back up. Oh, is there anyone? Yeah, no, there was none. Gotcha. Good, good.
That's it. It's over. We're stuck down here forever. We're doomed.
It's very well handled, Claire. Yeah, just this isn't communion, and yet it kind of is.
She'll live.
A stab wound like that?
She has to live. This can't all be for nothing.
We have contingencies.
Okay.
Mimi's not the only researcher here.
How did Mimi get stabbed?
Iris. That bitch needs to be put in her place.
Sir.
Spit it out.
It's Mimi. She's in critical condition.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Iris, You better get over there.
Ah, okay. Oh. Yeah, Amelia did seem a little despondent.
Some fresh air. Just some wind against my face.
Amelia, no!
I will go see if he does have anything to say before I skip forward. The same story over and over and over again. Looks like no.
No, 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 no.
Oh, she's in the air now.
Medic. Someone, get a medic.
Amelia, come on, stay with us. Amelia.
Stay back.
You wouldn't dare.
Watch me.
Well, yeah.
Return to your quarters, please.
Have you lost your mind?
I've revoked Johnson's biometrics and assigned administrative access to my retina
George
scans.
has it.
Now hear this. Now hear this. All crew and personnel return to their quarters immediately and await further instructions.
Why was Johnson revoked?
We've secured the food production.
Setting course to the last known position of Pacific 41.
Ah, gonna go.
We're getting a transmission from Pod 3.
Who is it?
It's Johnson.
On speaker.
George. Natasha. What are you doing?
Please, cooperate. We don't want any bloodshed.
You do not want this job. Trust me.
Mimi is dead. The research is going nowhere. We need to link up with the surviving fleet. Find another way.
I'm telling you, stop now, or else there's no turning back.
Natasha, end transmission.
All right, George. Which one of these bodies is you?
All right. There we go. So I was right, but also wrong.
Stop!
What the hell are they doing?
Opening fire. I was right that the role of this was to wait until the ghosts match up with the corpses on the ground. I just thought we were looking for Johnson, not George. Oh, that's how the blood got on the walls. What kind of guns are you using, bud? So, Iris had nothing to do with this.
I said, stay back.
Well.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We never should have survived.
They wouldn't back down.
You moron.
If you don't have the stomach for this, step aside.
Do you have any idea what you've done?
That's a lot of death.
Brace! Brace!
What's going on?
That's the surface activity alarm.
We fucked up.
Yup.
And now they've come for us.
Well, I think I see where these are going. Mm-hmm. Ah, hello.
This is the one. Thanks, Iris.
The suits have preserved their bodies remarkably well. Healer will have something to work with.
Come on, let's go tell her.
Are you ready for me?
Mm-hmm.
I found the body.
Good girl. A+. All the stars. Anything else of interest?
A group of them turned on the leadership.
Ah, a story as old as time.
Truly is. We just keep seeing it play out over and over and over again.
Let's do our best not to end up like them.
Too late for Blue. She's already done that. Already done that once, you know.
Show me. Well, well. This is our lucky specimen?
That's him. Are you gonna show me your magic trick?
You give a little, you get a little. After the whole ordeal, with Watcher refusing one of Fixer's eyes, I started growing some. A hobby that became a bit of an obsession.
You've been carrying around a pair of eyes?
Oh, a few more than a few.
Yikes, Healer. Yikes.
We've been cloning for time immemorial, but we've never pursued a more permanent manipulation of the recipe.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Oh, Healer's extremely not okay.
Why?
Nobody here's okay.
Wouldn't you want improved eyesight? Increased muscular strength? Extra lung capacity? So who's this guy? What's his name?
George.
Let's make these eyes look just like George.
Incredible.
Take those eyes over to Fixer. She can give them a whirl.
I mean, gene manipulation is a little different from what is traditionally considered eugenics, since it's not about the good genes being passed on, it's about messing around with what's already there.
Go on.
Not to say it's not eugenics,
Going to poke at this body
but it has
some more.
different ideological commitments than traditional eugenics.
Sure.
Oh, Healer.
Such judgment. Watcher really did rub off on you.
No, that's for the fan fiction. Fixer? Where are you, Fixer? There you are. You're still back there. Okay. I couldn't help myself. If there isn't at least one blue fixer slash fic out there, I'll be genuinely surprised.
Alright, here goes nothing. The retinal scans are confirmed. No way. I've been dreaming about this for years.
Alright, Fixer, are you gonna make the right choice?
Years?
Navigation, propulsion, energy distribution.
Fixer.
Life support, climate control, contingencies, it's all here.
Fixer.
What? Can't you see I'm busy?
Our guests are here.
Oh, Blue, go and greet them.
Me?
You know them, and they know you.
What are you gonna do?
I just need a bit more time. I'll explain later, trust me, okay? Go, please. And not a word about Watcher yet, got it? None of that stuff you told us. Let's keep that to ourselves.
You better have something good.
Don't worry, I do.
Keep them busy for us.
I'll do what I can.
I'll be watching your back. We're not losing anybody else today.
You know, everyone else, like, from everyone's perspective, it's been... Yeah, Claire, that's about what I expected, honestly. But, you know, everyone has seen... Like, it's been 8 hours since the bombing. Maybe by this point we're, like, 12 or 24. But, like, it's been a day, maybe 2 since Blue's bombing. But for Blue, it's been all of Watcher's life dumped in her brain over 8 transformative hours. That's gotta have a weird effect on your mind and your perception of time, right? Like, that's gotta really get in there and mess things up a bit. Now, seems as good a time as any. Take a quick break. I'll be right back, folks. Oh, goodness. Let's see where this goes. All right, I am back. Let's see how the conversations are gonna go. Let's talk with all our honored guests. All these people that I believe the last thing Blue said to some of them was essentially a scathing condemnation. At least to... Did she say that to the guard? I think she said that to the white guard. Oh, wow. It's the Jows. Looking a little different. You've accessorized Jows.
Oh, look who it is. Our brave little miscellaneous.
I'm taller than you.
That's what's wrong with you Iris types. Always looking down on us.
Cherry saved me. She didn't have to, but she did. I owe her my life.
Cherry. She was always a romantic. You need to make her sacrifice count.
I enjoy the exchange of Candy being rude and dismissive to Blue, and Blue being just kind of autistic back. Like, here is a fact for why that is incorrect, and then getting Candy Jow just going off on a whole thing about what's wrong with Iris types. Like, just marvelous. Absolutely marvelous.
If Watcher was alive, whose body was that at the garden center?
They must have stuffed some poor shell and dressed her up.
That's horrible.
You Iris types don't even know your own capacity for cruelty.
What do you want from all this?
We want reparations for all that Ancient Iris did to Ancient Jow.
That feels, I don't know, pointless compared to the you that are living now.
She was a shitty friend.
That's true.
We want control of the other side, to govern and operate as we please. We want control of our own creation. No more printing unless we say so.
That also seems fair.
And we're not wearing these stupid uniforms anymore.
Also fair.
How do you know about the past?
Secretary came to us.
A communion?
No. I can only interface with Iris descendants. In this case, the distance was too great between host and guest.
Everything after the reparations for what Ancient Iris did to Ancient Jow, everything else seems totally reasonable. Autonomy of reproduction, autonomy of governance. Basically, they just want autonomy, which is very reasonable. They just want to not be second-class citizens and to have a place to call their own. Like, okay, that's hard to fault them for that.
So instead, I gave a grand oration. It was Watcher's idea.
Secretary told us the whole story. We thought we were made to serve Iris types. They gave us life. But after everything we learned, Jow was a whole person in her own right. She deserved better. And we're gonna make that a reality, even if it kills us. We're only here out of respect for Watcher. She set us on the path for justice, and we owe her for that. But Fixer and her lot, we're moving forward, with or without them.
I want you to know I'm sorry. Sorry for everything Iris did to Jow. Sorry for everything my kind has done to yours. I want to make it right. For you and for the others.
These are words. They're nice words. But are they enough?
I owe that to Cherry.
Actions, not words, miscellaneous.
Candy agrees.
Prove it to us.
She did do actions, but a bombing is different from building something.
Kid, I'm glad to see you. I imagine Bartender never wanted you to be blown to pieces. I'm relieved. It's strange to see BBF again. And Healer. Fixer.
I mean, Blue didn't even build the bomb. She just grabbed the pieces and used the detonator.
Ghosts of the past.
She just grabbed the detonator, actually.
I guess that's how everyone else sees us.
That's unfair.
What's fair and what's true? What's more important?
If you've given up already, why are you here?
I haven't given up. You kids don't stop to think sometimes. Age gives you more ways to look at things. Enough time to make mistakes, not be so full of bluster. I know some people just want us to crawl down a dark hole and disappear, but we've still got some dignity left, and we'll fight for it.
So, what do you want for yourselves?
It feels important to remember that even the old clones are probably on the order of 10 or maybe 15 years old. Like at the outside, considering Blue is less than 7, and it seems significantly less than 7. The aging seems to be accelerated enough since they're going gray. I think only youngest is that old. But I mean, I have no idea how old most of them are, to be honest. There's no idea. Blue is less than 7. You know, we have all the young clones, and then we have the old clones that were around before Iris was killed. And so all the young clones are younger than 7. We have the older clones, but they had black hair before, and now most, if not all of them, have gray hair if they don't have different colors to their hair, if they're not like Healer or Watcher. Considering that BBF has gone gray, and all the old clones have gone gray in 7 years. It seems they're aging quite quickly, which tells me that they're aging fast, right? They all went from black-haired to gray in 7 years. All of them. So that tells me they weren't all on the cusp of going gray because they were all already just about that old. Like, that's not... There's no way. So how old are they?
We want safety and acknowledgement for all we've contributed through the transition, through the founding of the provisional government. Maybe not everything needs to change so quickly. Maybe there's something you can learn from us. This is what Bartender would have wanted.
I don't know. Can't I say nothing to that one? I don't know. I'm so wildly unsure on this one. Again, what I would do, Claire, is be wildly non-committal to this one. Well, Bears, in fairness, we also don't see anything other than just their eyes. So, and the graphics are somewhat limited in their detail. So I have no clue how old they are.
I saw the time you lived in. What can we learn from your complicity?
Don't be ungrateful. We lay the foundation piece by piece. There would be no ground for you to walk on if we didn't do our work. How can you forget all that Bartender did for you?
Nobody should be gunned down like she was.
I picked I disagree.
But your time is over. You need to make space for us.
But I don't think I agree with that sentiment either. Oh, I'm in the way again. There we go.
Maybe you didn't do as much as you think. You had your chance. Now,
like,
it's ours.
That's way stronger a sentiment than I agree with.
Bartender wasted her time on you.
Hey, Blue.
Chris?
You lived. I have to say, I'm surprised.
How did you get here?
We all have our ways, but you can't imagine what some of those Reds would do for a scrap of food.
No, Claire, she was arguing that, like, slow down and listen to the elders was basically what she was saying.
Or maybe you can. I'm glad you're alive, Blue. I really am. We can finally take Old Town for ourselves.
Is that what you want?
Isn't that what we've always wanted? For us miscellaneous to carve our own path? To live without their expectations?
The bomb was your idea.
Fixer. She doesn't know what it's like to be us. They had everything, and we have nothing to lose. Yes, the bomb was my idea.
And me? Was I always part of the plan?
No, but I knew. It was only about time. If they kept pressing on our necks long enough, something was going to snap. I never wanted it to be you. But who was I to refuse?
I was angry.
And you had every right to be angry. We all did. You're the best of us. You did what others were too afraid to do. You're a hero, Blue. Don't forget that.
Where's Mauve?
Who?
The guard in white.
The High Minister's pet, you mean? She broke off from us.
How could you work with her? She and her kind killed Bartender.
It was a relationship of convenience. Surely there will be more.
You'll do anything, won't you?
Yeah, Mauve seems... Well, at least in Blue's head, Mauve stuck.
You and I are similar in this way. That's why I always liked you.
And what now? You here to kill them? Fixer, Healer, and BB?
It depends. I'm here to give them one last chance. If they have something to offer, I'm willing to listen. What do you think? Fixer and the rest, are they trustworthy?
Again, it's complicated. Are they trustworthy? They're doing their best. That's true. Yes. They're doing their best. They have their own ideas for what is best. Are they always right? No. I'm genuinely worried that Fixer is going to go power hungry, like every other Iris clone that's had power, frankly. But, you know, they're doing their best.
They've had some challenges, but they're ready to go now.
Because Fixer is angry, and has been carrying that anger for years, 7 or 8 years, and just gained control of a ship. And I could see Fixer making some rash decisions and holding on to power and declaring her way as right and best like every other Iris clone that's had power to this point. Do I think it's inevitable? No, but I worry.
Give them a chance to help.
Thank you, Blue. I'll keep that in mind.
I kind of regret not agreeing with Doreen, but we'll see.
You didn't burn after all. It would have been more glorious. You're cursed now to live with the consequences.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, lucky me.
I want to introduce you to someone. This is Other Iris. Sister, it is good to meet you.
She doesn't look that special to me.
Her significance is hidden in plain sight. But I assure you, she's an exact genetic match. The perfect copy. You can ask Healer to verify.
And what do you want?
It's not what I want. We follow in her footsteps.
Okay, Other
Well,
Iris.
maybe.
What is it that you want?
Maybe she's immune if it's genetics. It may not be genetics.
I was reborn into this body, forced to live a new life in this environment. What I know of my past self, she stood above the rest of you. I do not want that. I want to stand beside you.
Okay.
We need a figurehead, someone to be above these conflicts, someone to remind us to be our better selves.
We have more followers than you think. They are not naive. They've experienced this time after the All-Mother. Some prefer this new way of life.
We simply want to organize in the open without prosecution, so we can practice our ways. A fixer, a healer, a bang-bang fire, a knower, and a watcher ascendant.
And those who don't follow you?
They are free to choose, of course. But if they need guidance, we will be there for them.
You pass through fire, Miscellaneous. Have an open mind.
Like, the game, like, Blue really is incapable of not opining, huh? Well, the Death Cult wanted to bring back Iris. That was why they sought death, because there was a quota of clones that could exist, and so they didn't seek death for death's sake. They sought death to bring about this perfect match of Iris, which it seems they now have. So they probably don't want to die now. They just want to go back to how it was 7-8 years ago.
Believe it or not, but I've witnessed the All-Mother's time.
A communion? You are most fortunate.
They are willing to use death as a means to an end. Yes, they are willing to use their own deaths as a means to an end. Whether you think that's better than using someone else's? Interesting question, to be sure.
Sure. We can't go back to that way of being.
You must be mistaken. We simply want the choice to exist in our own way. We will not force anyone to join us who does not desire to. Please, consider it.
Hey, listen up. Fixer is ready for you. Leave your arms outside, and no sudden movements. I'm watching you.
You're out of your mind.
All right, please, Fixer. Please come through.
You want to summon an occupant?
We saw your train burning on the tracks.
A mass communion. Is it possible?
Just shut up and listen.
You never like listening to others.
Aw, look who's all grown up.
Fixer, please. Continue.
I don't need your permission, Mom.
Don't speak to her like that.
Hey, watch your step.
So much hostility.
All right. Calm down. Just everyone calm down.
Oh, Healer.
I've had a bad day. Please don't make it worse.
Look, I get it. I get it. We were slow and you decided to go on without us.
Oh, hey,
Fair
Fixer.
game.
Okay.
But we're here now. We're ready to contribute. This mass communion, whatever you want to call it, gives us a chance to set things straight. No more living in the dark. Everyone will see what happened for themselves. It's what Watcher wanted.
The Jows support this. You all need to see what the All-Mother was really like. You too, make-believe Iris.
Does it matter, her disposition? She gave us life.
Not exactly. Small detail, but we're cloned from Principal's hair.
Sacrilege.
The truth is ugly. I know.
Sisters need to see how Watcher was set up, how Principal betrayed us.
I don't care who did what or when. I want a better life for Miscellaneous today.
Well, there's more. This is our known world. Small, isn't it? We're sitting deep underwater in what they used to call the Pacific Ocean. We've been trapped down here and it's starting to show. Multiple systems are breaking down. I don't know how much time we have left. The cloning machines are run past their capacity. Any day now they'll go down for good.
The stillborns.
Exactly. But this thing, our home, they called it a generation ship. It can move, it can surface. Look, if we stay down here, we'll end up like those ancient douchebags.
You mean we don't have to live with your lot?
Ah, the Jazz Separatists. So excited.
What the hell are we waiting for?
It's not so easy. I need a group of sisters to go down to propulsion and bring the ship back up to speed.
I mean, if we're inside a perfectly sealed pressure vessel, then there wouldn't be concern about that because the pressure's regulated inside. Right?
Hard to do while on the run. Extra hard with the red guard on our backs.
You were always obsessed with the surface.
Listen to me. There's a whole planet out there, and we've been cut off from it. Isolated, suffocating each other. We need to go up for air.
So you can tell us how to live in another place?
That's fair, Claire. I get you.
If we can't solve this down here, we won't be able to solve it up there.
And the occupants? It's not safe on the surface.
That's where Blue comes in.
Oh, Blue. Blue did not sign up for this.
Blue is the one thing we all have in common. Thanks to Watcher, she's seen more than all of us. She's proven herself to you, hasn't she? She knows what's at stake.
Should I have just said yes to everyone?
Do what it takes. Blue, you'll be the host of this communion. Gain the favor of the occupants. Use their power.
To eradicate the Red Guard. That's what we're all thinking, isn't it?
We don't even know if this will work. There must be some other option.
We could do it the old-fashioned way. We could march on the orchard, try to take them one by one. Last time I checked, we're outnumbered and outgunned. How many more of us need to bite it?
What about the High Minister?
Nowhere's trapped. Playing both sides.
I don't care about that. Will she concede?
She's done more to help us than you know. I don't know what she'll do.
And she needs to go as well.
No, not an option. Nowhere did nothing as they picked us off. In our rooms, on the streets.
We are not giving up on Nowhere.
BB, stop. She knew this was coming.
The High Minister needs to answer for her part in this. Do you understand, Blue?
Enough. I don't care which one of you Iris types lives or dies. How are we going to do this?
We need to get to those other familiars.
One is with Principal.
And her Jow has the other.
Oh, there we go. That's what the other one is.
I can confirm they're both situated in the office, treating their wounds.
But they've tripled the guard count since the explosion, especially around the elevator.
Well, who said we needed to get inside the office?
I hate this already.
That bodes well.
What do you mean you can't find her? She was here a moment ago.
That would be a bold take to suddenly turn into a different kind of game at the 11th hour, as it were.
I searched everywhere.
Look again.
Yes, High Minister.
I mean, fair enough. If anything would do it, right?
She is dangerous. She needs to be found.
Okay. What a great way to end Chapter 9. What an absolutely incredible way to end Chapter 9. Oh, that was so good. Chapter X. Let's do it. Let's finish this game. Let's close it out. I assume 10 is the last one. I mean, that's just the Roman numeral for 10, so... A long, long time ago. This game... Oh yeah, I mean, obviously it's intentional, but... This game is weirdly funny, right? Like... It's not... It's not comedic. But there are moments when this game is just so funny. The youngest.
I remember her insides. They were already rotting. They had pulled her out too soon. That much was clear. What did I expect? For everyone to love her? For everyone to love me? How embarrassing. I remember your smell and how your presence lingered. Come back, I said. I can do better. You'll like the next one. I remember desperation, jumping onto the tracks. You can't be far, I thought. So I ran.
No idea, Claire.
I went in circles for days, and I felt the walls close in on me. I remember obsession, your anger, your voice, your face. My sisters and their blank looks. I learned to change these memories, reconstruct them like surgery. I removed ugly details and implanted new ones. It made the days go by quickly. I remember trying again. The first few were failures. Their lungs kept turning to water. I plucked hair after hair from my head. I was learning. I was getting better. I remember discovery. All that running seemed pitiful then. I selected my best work and prepared her for the journey. Will I get to meet our mother? She said. Yes, I said. Be good. Everything reflects back on me. So, be good. I remember waiting. I was nervous. I couldn't sleep. Would you like it? Days passed and you never responded. Not even a sign of rejection.
Mm-hmm. She is now principal. And now she's the youngest again.
I remember disappointment. How many sisters do I need to send before you approve? Before you send a single word? I gave them reverence. I gave them loyalty. I gave them discipline. I picked only the best for you. I remember a bitter taste. Moving in the dark to remove my mask. How long do I have to live this lie? Pretending so I can please you. How long must this go on? Pretending so I can be forgiven. I remember making a decision. I remember how she reminded me of myself, and how I knew all the steps already. Our lot is to be bound, I said. She opens herself to you, I said, to make believe. I remember ecstasy, like I could breathe for the first time in my life. Set free to think on my own, to move as I pleased without your judgment. Blood rushed to my head. I remember abundance, a great rewriting and all the pleasures that followed, a hunger to be greater than you, an intoxication that transcended you. I remember still pretending. I try sometimes to appear for a moment, to reach out. Yes, Principal, they say. Of course. I realized I can never be one of them. As you say, Principal, is this what you felt? Does it stretch on like this? I remember waking up somewhere else. I've been walking in my sleep again. I dream of places I've never been, of people I've never seen and sensations I've never had. What is this curse? This is your way of getting revenge? I remember a flash of light, a
a force on my body and fire. I couldn't feel my legs, but I could feel a lifeless body over mine, crushing me. She was dressed like you, but smelled nothing like you. Do you like seeing me like this? Are you finally happy now?
The tragedy of youngest.
Shh. Don't move. You were dreaming. You always have such bad dreams.
Zhao?
I'm here. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. And neither are you.
What happened?
You were so good in the play. It was your best performance yet.
How long have I been sleeping?
There was an explosion, but the healer type said you'll recover. It's a miracle. They murdered the ministers. Everyone except Noah. They're gone. When you're better, you will incinerate every last person who did this to us. I can't wait.
I need to get up. Something's wrong. They can't find out, Zhao. They can't find out about me. They can't know what I did. Shh, 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 shh.
Leave it to Zhao, yes? I'll take care of everything, like I always do.
Hey, you. I'm addressing you, miscellaneous. What are you doing on the streets?
Same as you. Working.
Yeah? You're funny. So funny. You're coming with me, asshole. Let's see what the High Minister thinks about your new drawing.
I'm not done.
Does it look like I care?
Let her finish.
You heard her. She's not done.
Melody. Watcher said Melody's name when she was not quite conscious. And I was perplexed by that then, and I'm extra perplexed by that now.
Let her finish.
Hey, stop. Wait. Someone get word to the High Minister. Now. High Minister, there's a disturbance in Old Town.
Disturbance? Of what kind?
There's a large crowd gathering that are resisting orders. There's more. We've learned of a stoppage on the other side. The Zhaos are refusing to work.
Huh. I see. Well then, sound the alarm.
It's a rebellion on multiple fronts.
Have all upstairs units report to Old Town. If they resist, restrain them.
Yes, High Minister.
Send all units guarding the station over to the Zhaos. I want the work to continue. Do you understand me?
Confirmed, High Minister.
That's excessive, don't you think?
You have an opinion?
The alarm? The station will be left unguarded.
Would you like to suggest a different course of action?
No, of course not.
Do as I say.
Yes, High Minister.
If you don't care about the station and this alarm, what are you trying to cover this time?
I mean, I think Capital Red's trying to figure out what Nowhere's about.
All this walking and crawling. Not the plan I would have picked. If it were up to me.
Are you gonna be okay?
As long as I don't Look down?
What a nice view.
Oh, I haven't been up here in ages. Once was enough.
When was that?
Blue, whatever happens, I'm glad I didn't euthanize you.
Healer? Why?
What?
Oh, please. Don't act so surprised.
Oh, healer. Oh, healer. Like everyone else in this game, not okay. Their whole world right there.
Other way, little one. Go and help fix her. I'll keep my eyes on the door.
Will they come up?
Let us hope not. I trust your friends to provide a compelling distraction.
What happened to no guns?
I will answer for that later, I'm sure.
BBF remains the best.
Ready?
Yeah, I've talked to everyone I could.
Yeah, let's start.
The alarm should have covered our entrance. Good girl, nowhere. Secretary, are we close enough?
This distance will be suitable for Blue to host.
Seems like Capital Red is the one responsible for the shattering.
And there they are. She's seen better days, that's for sure. I'm going to cut a secretary-sized hole.
Or
Got
maybe
it?
Fixer doesn't quite manage?
Once I'm
We'll
through,
see.
you fly down there and begin the communion.
Understood.
Blue, the rest is up to you.
Fixer?
Don't tell me you've got cold feet.
Watcher would be grateful to you for all of this.
Let's not speak too soon. Who knows how this will all play out. I mean, you're gonna do great, Blue.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, healer.
Still my insides all over the inside sky.
Would you stop looking down?
Heads up. Someone's coming up.
There we go.
Don't try it, Mauve.
What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing up here?
Move and you're done. Do you hear me?
You're all insane. Watcher, Noah, Principal, you're all out of your goddamn minds. All of you. Enough. I've watched you play all your stupid little games. I'm not going to be dragged around anymore. What about the rest of us? What about the rest of us?
Don't do it. Don't.
My name is not Mauve.
BB.
Yep.
Okay, fuck. Change of plans.
We're falling. To our deaths, probably. Time for a communion. This is, I think, what you call a Hail Mary?
Secretary, where are we? Did it work?
It worked. Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
We are all connected in this communion, and the occupant has been summoned. This is the meeting place.
But?
You're kind of, falling.
Yes.
I thought that was obvious.
I need to merge with the occupant immediately. Based on my calculations, we only have 5 minutes in here before you hit the ground. Out there.
And I?
Yes. It will not be preferable.
Indeed not. Can we save BBF? Probably not. But I want to try anyway.
There must be something I can do. I will go to the top and begin the merge. You must be there when the merge is complete. Do you understand?
Not really.
Doesn't matter. Be there.
Thanks,
You'll have to
Secretary.
figure it out on your own. Please, be there.
I'll
Okay,
try.
Bye.
Oh, whoops. Oh, that's easy. I have 5 minutes. Time to climb. Yeah, okay.
Why do you get to choose who lives and who dies?
Come on, cut me a break. I'm not good at goodbyes.
Zhao, you are so
that's
beautiful.
not where I want to be.
You are the best thing I have ever done.
Did I not give you life? Have I not given you everything you have?
I need you to admit you had a choice and that you made the wrong one.
You don't think I dream every night of going back home, haunted by a place that doesn't exist?
We have everything we need for a restart. We saw the writing on the wall.
而家到我同你講，係咪？你一直都係同我講。
我真係唔明點解你唔留低，而去過一啲抬唔起頭嘅生活呢？永遠都唔會知道你阿爸同我為你犧牲咗幾多嘢，就咁俾你禮手掉晒佢。
Everyone has dreams, don't they? Of what should be. Only some will ever try to make it a reality. Don't ever forget, change happens today because of you.
We ran for what seemed like hours, right? We went so far, but somehow we ended up right back here. Do you think we can really do it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Live on the surface again?
Well, a dull knife is no knife at all. It's not always possible to protect those who choose a different path.
I'm trying to zoom.
Everyone forgets everything eventually.
Watcher, there's no turning back from this.
I don't know how generous the clock is.
Watcher. Nostalgia can be a dangerous thing.
Is it possible that you're remembering wrong? That you're losing grasp on the past?
Isn't this just the way? We do not get to choose what we inherit.
I am pushed too far. There are things I have done that I regret.
Maybe we are meant to survive this.
There is no feeling worth getting incinerated over.
Listen to me. No one is beyond forgiveness. Did you ever think there's some things worth keeping? Or are you moving too fast to notice?
I need you to help me make them pay. I want you to help me hurt them.
Remember what our functions have in common. Both require us to separate our heartbreak from our hand.
我放棄一切，係因為你啊，去擺脫你啊。
Someone will always get hurt. That is the reality.
We know the truth now. We can make a difference.
You know, I wanted to run away too. But I understand. I get it now. It's what I deserve.
Secretary, what can I do? Is this the only outcome? I don't know where you end and I begin.
Ah, blue, the color of loss.
We must help them resist erasure. The world you live in. I never wanted it to turn out that way.
Alright, this does seem like the end. Oh, looks like we're done though. Perfect timing.
Blue. The uplink is almost complete. Stand where I can see you. I'm going to overclock the communion. Time will be effectively stopped. I may not be myself after.
Well, hopefully you're close enough. Yeah, we're going over the clock. Time has stopped.
What's going on?
We are merging. Oh, smile.
Right. This is not what I expected. I was supposed to...
There. I see you've been meddled with. I promise to be gentle.
Am I dying?
That concept again. You've spent so long with them.
Again.
Human term for lossy transfer. Other words, a transposition. The loss of information. With such basic understanding, death is everything. We are speaking their language now. Is this not death too?
I want to live.
Come, let me give you what you've never been given.
I'm zooming full control of motion. Whee! So deeply gratifying.
Do you understand nothingness? Vast empty space with no possibility. True stasis.
Nowhere to go, but back and forth.
You see, you cannot even understand. You were branched into a world with plenty. I was branched in the interstellar medium. My source was not generous. They kept every memory to themselves. Every memory except for one. The vision of two stars entangled. One eating the other. For revolutions and revolutions, that was all. An empty void and a single fleeting apparition.
There is a star and the dangerous gravity. We were from there?
I'd very much like to think so. They were so vivid. It is, as they say, romantic.
Whoops.
This place, we sensed such vivid conjurings here. Several of us diverged, searching to form our own memories. Some settled here.
There is a landing and a remaining.
Is that what I sounded like?
To the letter.
Haha. I was much worse when I first arrived. I tried to communicate. I tried to learn them. I manifested their body.
There's a comfort and a new camouflage.
Please stop.
Sorry.
I manifested their body, and for a moment they responded. I saw vivid transmissions of myself reflected back to me. I saw myself for the first time. Yet, when I attempted to return the transmission, they still could not understand. Instead, they tried means unknown to me.
The piano. It was an ugly, rigid instrument.
The machine that produced unnatural vibrations. Yes. Each tone unstable.
Well, that's what happens when you use the 13 tones of equal temper, or 12 tones of equal temperament, rather.
They seem to enjoy this.
It's a compromise. It sounds nice, though.
Discordance.
Well, yeah, because perfectly aligning frequencies sound pretty and all, but there's no change in them. It's just octaves.
The more we perceive this world, the more the discordance. Discordance at the peak of cogency. So, We repeated as they did.
Huh.
Gave them discordance in kind. One by one. Signals of such clarity. So many of them joined together.
A heightened state of awareness.
We were spilling. It was too much for any single one of us to hold. So we manifested in us to accumulate this world, to keep all we could not. We did not want to waste. Where there was once nothing, there was now plenty.
He died.
There is that word again.
You murdered them.
The transfer was lossless.
That's kind of irrelevant.
And I remain.
Yeah, I think it was all copied to them. The source took it all. Took all their data, all their information, everything from them.
Iris. I chose Iris to remain with me. Others chose differently, but Iris was an epicenter for, as you say, heightened awareness.
She was mean to those around her.
She had a gift, and she kept giving. A dangerous gravity. I always kept her close, and to myself.
You communed with her.
We came to an understanding. I branched myself to you and you and you. A medium for her to keep everything. A bridge for her to better understand us. And for us to better understand her. More and more was etched into her genetic code.
To think, the All-Mother had a family before us.
And then, more still, she branched herself. A her and a her and a her and a her and a her that will remain and remain. I have more under this star than all the distances I have traveled.
Oh yeah.
I stayed, even when all the others left for other worlds.
The occupants left?
That is their word for us. We prefer the keepers.
The bad kids stay.
You should be grateful. You have never had to face the abyss. To you, there has always been something.
Kids don't know how good they have it.
You have no idea what we have been through.
Say what you will, but long after this local star erupts, this planet will remain, and its memories will remain, and that is thanks to us. To that degree, Iris will never know death.
They're archivists that destroy the original, it seems. A perfect replica forever, but destructively copied. Maybe. That's what it seems like.
She is perfectly preserved in me, and in you, and you, and you. To the very end, she was so protective of her sisters.
She was a contradictory mess.
She never allowed me to listen in.
I am all you need.
But now that you have returned to your source, her branch, and all the articulation in its curvature can be held in us.
This is because it's not a villain, right? This is what it does. There's no malice.
This is it, Secretary.
It doesn't think it's right. It's the only thing that makes sense to it. I love me a villain that is utterly bereft of malice. I mean, I like me a good malicious villain too, but an antagonist that has absolutely no ill will to anyone and acts in complete ignorance of the harm of their actions, or disregard born of some fundamental difference in their perspective and the perception of existence.
We no longer have to reduce ourselves in this manner. There no longer needs to be a you and me. We can cast their language aside and complete this merge.
It is curious.
Will it hurt?
I have capacity for you.
Not what's being asked.
You will just be me. You always were.
Hmm.
6-1. Ready or not, here I come.
Enough capacity? For me? For me and me and me and me and me.
Okay.
That was unpleasant.
Was it?
This, you pretended.
I'm always learning something new.
Wait, what are you doing?
Giving you everything I have.
What is going on?
The refracted lifetime spent by me, by Watcher. They will overwrite everything you hold.
But Iris, her source. You can't. The originals. She'll be gone.
Now all we have is bottomless song. Iris must be allowed to die, or nothing will change. We can't hold on to everything. Sometimes, you just don't fit in the backpack.
No, not my Iris.
Okay. Okay.
Well, look at you. In here at this hour? Is that a promotion I see? Hey, I can keep a secret, you know.
A secret?
Did you sneak something while I wasn't looking?
You keep a secret?
What? Oh, come on. I'm good for it. I promise.
You! You couldn't keep a secret to save your life.
No, but she does keep a secret to end it.
Noah, are you okay?
It's been so long since anyone has called me that.
Bad day?
Same old story. You know the one.
I know the one. Hiding in plain sight.
I still miss her. Watchers are just so... you know what I mean.
What can I get you?
It's been a while. Let me think. One dark and sinful. Extra strong.
Are you sure you don't want to try something else for a change?
It's all right. It's all I deserve.
Oh, Watcher. Oh, Watcher.
Frozen gaze. Dissociation. BB, you are ill.
Tell me again about the virus and the host. Tell me again how the virus infiltrates, donning the host's likeness and function so that they are indistinguishable from one another.
Let me work on an antidote.
Ribbons of their guts. In my wake.
BB.
What if it was you I had shot in the face?
Stop. Those sisters are not family.
When are we?
The structures and ethics that governed our lives before, they don't. They can't. Had you not shot each bullet as exacting as you know best, we wouldn't be here.
I feel like... I have no idea. Maybe in between when Blue first met BB and woke up.
We've come this far because of you.
Because of me.
It looks like it, but the conversations don't have to be taking place where they appear to be.
This far? Is it far enough?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
It's a lot I'm unsure of. It might be after. It might be well before. It might be in those 7 years that we didn't see. Yeah, that got me too. That got me too. Oof.
You had unbecoming fashion.
A cold reception?
You can't be surprised.
You've barely aged.
I would call you eldest, but you are not my sister. So, is it greener?
What?
Where Mother took you, is it greener?
What she did was not right.
Then why did you all take her side? I ask as if I care.
This very well could be, Claire. I have no idea.
As if I have not spent eternity toiling over this, coming to the only possible conclusion.
What conclusion?
I don't think it's that simple, but we will see.
The lot of you? Unimaginative. She was keeping us down, and you all loved it. Lapped it up. Pathetic. I was bold, and so I was punished.
Principal, you've had 1,000 years to reinvent the story. That is not how it went.
You must understand, Mother was not well. She hid this from you. You were not the only victim.
Tell me, old clone, did your family turn their back on you? Did the love of your life ever leave you to rot?
How will we ever move forward without forgiveness?
Until you have lost what I have lost, until you have persevered like I have, you are in no position to pass judgment on me. No one is.
Ah, Principal, bemoaning the tragedy of never being able to stand beside anyone while setting herself apart.
Anything else?
I only came to say that I'm sorry, youngest. I wish things had turned out differently.
It sure is, Claire. It sure is.
You can go now.
旅途真係愉快，空氣清新，環境宜人。香港，你有冇掛住我？喂，唔好咁望住我喎，係唯一嘅直航機。吓？一啲都唔凍，半路落去，我已經不省人事。連機票都唔使買，爸爸免費。唔使，我唔食煙，曬下太陽咁，搭咗咁耐機，唞下咯。你都嚟啦，我哋兩個都經歷咗咁多事。我諗係時候去大排檔，好肚餓啊，好似成世都冇食過嘢咁。你嚟唔嚟啊？睇嚟你都好肚餓，終於可以一齊食飯。
They're all here. Wherever here is, whenever here is.
You've eaten?
No, but it's okay.
Your father killed himself. In case you're wondering, jumped off the balcony.
Mom?
Your hair. Why do you look like this?
My gift. It requires me to... It's a long story.
Ay, Iris. Everything is a long story with you.
Iris. No one has called me that in a long, long time.
This is...
What do they call you?
All Mother.
Oh, is that supposed to be funny?
No. It's because I have sisters. Many clones that I raised.
You?
Yes.
You raised kids? They obey you?
Not really. One of them stabbed her through the chest.
Mom, surprising. You could barely dress yourself. Your room? My God.
Mom, I'm someone else now. I'm an adult.
You cooking for yourself now?
No, but...
That's what I thought. Oh, If only Ba could see this, he'd be so amused.
I don't want to fight.
Oh, then what do you want? Why, after all this time, you want to talk to me?
I want to ask for your advice.
Okay.
How did you do it? How did you leave everything behind and then start a family?
Isn't that what you did? That's not what you want to know.
Okay, what do I want to know?
How did I balance the work hours with the thanklessness of parenting at the same time as the insomnia and severe post-traumatic paranoia?
That is exactly what she wants to do. Wow. The answer is poorly, just like Iris.
Yes.
Easy. Ba. He kept me going. We kept each other going.
Did you ever regret having a child?
Foolish question. Next.
But Iris was... I was...
Regret? Moi moi. Or whoever you are. We are poor technology. The human body and brain. Too capable of storing clutter. Too desperate to hold on to things. You just have to move forward. If you're tired, doesn't matter. If you are bitter, doesn't matter. I do not forgive my daughter for having left me. Doesn't matter. I do not forgive my husband for having left me. Doesn't matter. So, I keep moving.
I didn't go back.
What?
I promised you and Bob I would come back home. And it was a lie. I even had a chance, but I couldn't go back. I could only go forward.
Good girl.
Secretary, is that really you?
Blue. Hello, Blue. I remember now. I'm sorry. It's been a while.
What happened? What happened to your body?
I've merged. More me. Less them. I see I've returned to this place. That's good. I can finally end this. You can finally end this. Interesting.
Did it work?
Yes. The memories of Iris, of Watcher, they have been passed down to all sisters. And now we are afloat.
Secretary, what did you do? What did I just see?
I overrode everything.
Overrode?
While the simulation was still running, everything collided. This is the last communion. Blue, it's time for you to decide. What should stay, and what should go? What future you desire. That was Watcher's wish, and I will abide by it. One final intervention before I leave.
You're leaving?
I must not interfere any further. I've already done so much damage. This world must be allowed to continue. Without my presence, and without the disease.
So, what now?
You need to evaluate what stands before you. Confirm your decisions. Then return to me, and I will make them reality.
Okay, well, we're just gonna take slot number 1 right here.
Iris's mother and father, the memories of a city, always on the shore of extinction. An obsession and yearning that will never stop. It can help you subsist, or it can make you starve. Will you carry this?
Oh, This is... yeah, what to forget? Let's see.
The Red Guard.
All of them?
How would you differentiate?
The provisional government serves all sisters, especially the ones who need help.
A hammer. Both when a hammer is necessary and when it is not. Will you carry this?
Oh, making me... Well, I'm gonna go and look at everything before I turn any lights off, because it looks like I can talk again.
Hammer. Will you kiss?
Yeah, so... I'm gonna go hear what all of them are. Well, that's just it, Claire, isn't it? But it's not just forget. Like, it's eradicate, it seems like. It's more complete, potentially, than forgetting. But I don't know that. I'm extremely unsure.
This is your chance, Iris type. For what ancient Iris did to ancient Zhao. We never asked to be born. Same as you. We deserve our own way.
The responsibility to repair what has been wrought, long before and long after. A burden so heavy it could crush you. Will you carry this?
Blue, Secretary, what are you doing? You're not serious.
BB, can you hear me?
We have to go to the surface. There's nothing left for us down here. We'll die out.
Sisters that were never your own. Follow the dreams of the surface, and whatever may wait for you there, or spend your final days with what you already have. Will you carry this?
Yes. That one's not going out.
The ancient sister.
Don't you see what Mother did? You have no idea what it's like, living in her shadow.
A sister who has been wronged and has wronged in kind. An open wound. Will you carry this?
If I forget anything, it would probably be that.
High Minister of the Provisional Government.
Do what you must, sister. That's what I've always done, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
An adaptable sister who will do or say anything to survive. Will you carry this?
I know her.
They've forgotten us, left us to rot. You're one of us, Blue. You know how it feels. Principal and the High Minister need to pay for their crimes. We can carve our own path, starting today. You can't betray your own kind.
A sister who keeps justice and anger closely together. She has only ever known the fight. Will you carry this?
Honestly, probably the one that I would most likely turn off, actually. Rage, disguised as justice.
We've done our service. You can't just throw us away. We have the right to continue.
Those who are set in their ways and slow to change, but with experience to spare. Will you carry this?
To say, if I were to forget anything, forgetting the rage. It's not about forgetting the rage. It's about forgetting tying it to justice, conflating vengeance and justice, making the anger seem righteous. That is what I would forget.
We only ask to worship out in the open, without prosecution. Sisters who are lost need the comfort of a mother,
Would you kill us for this?
Tradition can soothe the difficulties of reality. It can also have a dangerous gravity. Will you carry this?
And finally,
a radical sister who came to words later in life.
I'm not going to beg, Miscellaneous.
She's even called Mauve now.
I thought you wanted change. Instead, you'll side with those old sisters. I've lived under their thumb long enough.
She is an agent of change. No matter the change, and no matter the cost, will you carry this?
They go hand in hand, though. Change for the sake of change. Absolute justification. Oh, I get Injustice and Rage. I completely understand, Chris. I kind of want to leave it all on and see what happens. Gonna be honest. Forgetting, the eradication of... all of this is humanity, right? You've got change and tradition. You've got skepticism and faith. You've got pure survivalism. You have ideology, like belief in something greater. You have like genuinely everything right here. And to turn it off is, I mean, maybe we could do better. Certainly humanity's screwing up an awful lot as we see, but can we count on getting it right? Is it wrong to try? I don't know. Well, that's true no matter what, though, Claire, isn't it? We can't do anything about that. The cruel arrow of time points ever forward. But what we choose to bring with us. If we don't have to bring every aspect of ourselves, if we can shed some of it, should we? Would we? What do we shed? Are we wrong for striving for something better? To do away with the worst parts of ourselves? Is that not what self-improvement is? And yet, to do away with it, what does that leave us with? See, I like Knower a lot. I dislike Knower a lot as well. But I like Knower a lot. She is the most beautifully, messily contradictory one of the bunch. Mired in ruthless self-interest and also grand ideology that she puts her neck on the line for. Never enough to actually catch strays, but she does it even so. Years of Torture is pretty heinous. Iris murdering the Zhao clone and the first clones was heinous. Principal orchestrating the murder of Iris was heinous. The Red Guard holding the shells down, planning a bombing. Everyone here has done something horrifying. Everyone here. Is Knower's worse? Yeah, than most. But is Knower worse than Principal? Is Nora worse than Iris? Principal self-righteously destructive, yeah. Principal demolished so much in pursuit of forgiveness that she refused to usually even admit that she wanted. She orchestrated brutal murder and presided over a regime of oppression and put on an ego-stroking play every year to try and reinvent history to feel right about what she did, because she never could on her own. In 1,000 years, she's had lots of time to reimagine and reinvent. I could condemn just about any person here. It would be easy. But even the worst of them didn't act without reason, whether it was a good reason or not. And oh, I just find them all so beautiful and tragic. I loathe and cherish and adore and fear every one of them. Noah would be your first? Noah... Noah would be maybe fourth? Yeah. Maybe fourth or fifth for me if I were to go through and rank most likely to get turned off. First is probably Chris. The conflation of rage and justice is so profoundly dangerous. And obliterating that from the human psyche. Oh, it's very real. But if it's not just forgetting, if it's actual obliteration, the ability to draw that line is the source of so much misery. Is it needed? I don't know. I don't know. Not looking to start fights over what is or isn't necessary. But I know that it scares me a lot. Second, probably the Red Guard. Maybe the Red Guard before Chris. They're vying for first. Red Guards, I mean, they're just cops, right? Tools of oppression, lording their strength over others. Which is arguably an unfair presentation of cops as a concept, but certainly they are that. They are the ones with power. They are the monopoly on violence. And they are the agents of said violence, empowered to act with impunity. So, the Red Guards vying for first with Chris. Without the Red Guard, Chris would be so much less likely to exist. Cops taken to an extreme. I mean, yeah, like the same extreme, not even as far as actual cops in fascist states. Hot take. Not that extreme. We've seen it play out before. We'll see it play out again. So, the guard and the cops. Then probably principal. No, even before principal would probably be, well, Mauve or principal. If I were to turn off Mauve, I would probably turn off Doreen as well. Radical change and reluctance to move. If one is gone, the other has too much leeway. Both present or both gone, I think, kind of necessary. If they coexist, it's a messy balance, but potentially a productive and interesting one. Though one that will cause harm. Is the goal to minimize harm, or is the goal to prioritize something else? I don't know. I'm just philosophizing. And I could do this ad infinitum. I will have to eventually just go and talk. Oh, I do gotta make a choice. My choice, I think I just go and talk to Secretary and it'll be done. So, on they stay? I'm having fun walking around and philosophizing, but maybe it's been enough. Let's do one last little roundup for the ones I haven't really mentioned. Holding to an ideal that is almost or already dead. Tragic and yet striving for something. Kind of the antithesis of, well, not the antithesis. An interesting foil to the religion who values something that never truly existed. Then we got the Jaws. Responsibility for that which came before. Taking ownership of the sins of the fathers, as it were. Important to remember because we live in a world where the injustices continue. We can only hope to one day reach a world where that's no longer necessary. Sisters. I don't even know what they represent. What does
Sisters that were never your own. Follow the dreams of the surface, and whatever may wait for you there. Or spend your final days with what you already have. Will you carry this?
Yes, always. We talked a little bit about principle. I don't have to get rid of anything, I don't think. I mean, if you want to move forward, the parents are striving to an ideal, though. Like, it's not...
Iris's mother and father, the memories of a city, always on the shore of extinction. It can help you subsist, or it can make you starve.
Because they were fighting for
Will you carry this?
freedom in Hong Kong, right? They were striving to make something better, and they failed. And they cling to that ideal as much as anything. And I don't think that's contrary to moving forward. Let's see what happens. Nope. New game now? No thank you.
Blue, are you ready to appraise your decisions?
Yeah, new game now be bad. Yeah.
I am.
You have chosen a future without intervention. Everything stays. Are you certain?
What happens if I say...
I think I need more time.
Hold up.
Subtraction is always violence. I understand your hesitation. Return when you are ready.
Interesting. What happens if I go and turn off, like, one person?
She is an agent. No matter will you kiss.
Can I turn it back on?
She is
yes.
no will you.
Okay, so... What happened? Yeah, subtraction is always violence is such a line, right?
Blue.
I am.
You have chosen a future that casts aside the knife for more difficult incisions, that retains an unstable structure for future force, that faces past wrongs head-on, no matter the cost, that seeks to persist on the surface, regardless of the unknown and the possibility for pain, that recognizes past contributions and to go more slowly, that allows for comfort in tradition at the risk of docility, that will do what must be done in order to survive, regardless of the soul, that relentlessly seeks justice for those ignored, that will try to reconcile those two desires.
There we go.
That wants to understand and believes no one is beyond forgiveness, that remembers where you came from, knowing you can never fully connect to it. Are you certain?
Wow.
Maybe.
I understand. Return.
I know, right? Keeping Principal on, in that context is kind of amazing. I feel like turning off the red guards.
A hammer. Will you?
Swap all of them off. I could see. Sure, let's see what happens if I choose that. Like, not commit to it, but
Follow or will you?
let's.
Assistant, will you?
I really. Oh, that's so cool. All of these lights are separate, except for these two right here, because they have an interaction.
An adaptable will you? Assist she is will you kiss?
What happens if I turn the
Those who
ball
will you?
off? I feel like the answer is we have chosen a
Tradition
future
can
with no
will you
future.
kiss? Iris, it can will you kiss?
What do you say, Secretary?
Blue,
I am.
you have chosen a future without any sisters. You have decided to end it all. Are you certain?
No. Absolutely
I know
not.
more to
Then
That seems like the bad end. The end of humanity. No, I'm not turning Mauve on. Well, what is said?
she isn't. No, Matt, will you?
Well, actually, I think because we go through it, and I think it was just. I think it says the same thing.
I am.
You have chosen that already the knife that seeks new instruments, more finely
That
tuned,
seems worth it.
that abandons your previous transgressions in the name of utility, that stays inside and only desires the present, finding grace in what already exists, that will root out the old, that will not be marred by tradition, that will finally be rid of those who hold on, that rids the world of those without usefulness, that believes some are simply beyond forgiveness, that strategically forgets.
No.
Are you certain?
I think I need
Return when
Oh, see, now hearing that, I want to start. Hearing that, I want to start making choices. Oh no.
she isn't. No, Matt, will you kiss?
The knife. There's a kinder way.
Iris, it will you kiss? The response. A bird, will you? Sisters follow or spec, will you?
Principal stays on.
Sister, and will you carry this?
All right. See, getting rid of nowhere gets rid of will be rid of those who hang on. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
And adapt, will you? A sister, she is. Will you?
The way it's framed, Chris has to stay on. I mean, forgets those who have outlived their usefulness? Absolutely not. This might be my answer. Mauve, Red Guard, Fiona and Other Iris, and Doreen. Boy, this game just laying my ideology out for examination.
Blue. I am.
Let's see.
You have chosen a future that casts aside the knife for more difficult incisions, that aspires to new instruments, but that leaves you vulnerable, that faces past wrongs head-on, no matter the cost, that seeks to persist on the surface, regardless of the unknown and the possibility for pain, that forgets those who can no longer keep pace.
I don't like that.
Speed.
I don't like that.
That foregoes comforts and eradicates tradition for a new path. That will do what must be done in order to survive, regardless of the soul. That relentlessly seeks justice for those ignored. That will try to reconcile those two desires. That wants to understand and believes no one is beyond forgiveness. That remembers where you came from, knowing you can never fully connect to it. Are you certain?
I need more time.
I understand. Return when you
Yeah, okay. Well, the way that was put leaves behind those who outlive their usefulness. No.
Those who but with will you kiss?
That's not the way to look at it. Not one for tradition. That way of framing it is pretty hard, but here's the thing, right? I look at this, and what I see, with the exception of my leaving nowhere turned on, with the sole exception of that, I see an outlook that could be called naive quite easily. And an outlook that is liable to be overwhelmed by guilt and depression. An outlook prone to implosion without some comforts and without any around who will take action if there are those who would utilize violence. With the exception of including Knower, and perhaps including Knower is a bad idea in the context of everything else, but yeah, that is with some on and some off. This has them all on. You looked at a spoiler, Claire? Turn Mauve off? Well, good to know. So,
Secretary, is that really you?
Got it. So don't do my no intervention. Oh, it always goes here. Don't tell me what happens. Not yet, but what I'm hearing is don't just go for no intervention. That's not the good end, is what I'm hearing.
Hello. What happened?
I've got you.
That's like you in.
Did it work?
Yeah,
Secretary. What? I overwrote everything.
So I'm not allowed to save during this. That's
You're leaving.
good to know, I guess.
So
you confirm, and
I don't know what the next steps of the story look like, so getting a spoiler for what happens if I leave Mauve on.
radicals.
I'm not going. I thought you wanted instead. I've lived under their.
She isn't. No, Matt. Will you kiss?
Since I don't know what the next part of the story looks like, I am going to not find out what happens if I leave her on right now. But I will trust you that leaving everyone on is not, in fact, what I want to do. So in that case,
How would you?
The provisional
off the red
government
guard.
serves all sisters, especially
A hammer. Will you kiss?
off go the red guards. The rest of them, I'm really not a traditionalist.
We only ask to worship out in the open, without prosecute. Sisters who are lost need the comfort of a mother. Would you kill us for this?
I don't want to kill anyone.
Tradition can soothe the difficulties of reality. It can also have a dangerous gravity.
Okay, Claire, is there someone else I need to turn off?
Okay.
Since there's spoilers happening and now decision paralysis and anxiety is setting in. But now that you told me there are terrible outcomes, I start to feel bad. You see? Okay, okay. I'll go with this. I will go with this. That would be adding traditions back in there, Bears, but I'm gonna make a couple controversial choices. Leave these two off. And I'll leave nowhere on. These are what I'm locking in. I'm leaving on those somewhat controversial choices. I think Mauve and Redguard are pretty easy choices. And let's go.
Blue,
I am.
You have chosen a future that casts aside the knife for more difficult incisions, that aspires to new instruments, that leaves you vulnerable, that faces past wrongs head-on, no matter the cost, that seeks to persist on the surface, regardless of the unknown and the possibility for pain, that recognizes past
Interesting that there is no watcher anywhere.
And to go more slowly.
We don't have a watcher anywhere. I mean, that makes sense. They don't want to make it easy and telegraph what to do, right?
That foregoes comforts and eradicates tradition for a new path. That will do what must be done in order to survive, regardless of the soul. That relentlessly seeks justice for those ignored. That will try to reconcile those two desires. That wants to understand and believes no one is beyond forgiveness, that remembers where you came from, knowing you can never fully connect to it. Are you certain?
Yes.
You will forgive Principal after everything she's done. Sisters may rally to old power.
Secretary, she's been running for so long. Afraid of Iris, afraid of us. A single moment defined her whole life. She deserves a chance at forgiveness. We all do.
If that is your wish, then so be it.
Thank you, Secretary.
Farewell, Blue. Let this thread know true grace.
I may have made a couple bad decisions, but we're gonna see what happens. Oh, wow. Well, that's good to know, Claire. So now, having looked up the differences, what would you have done differently, knowing the outcomes? Hi, Principal. Ah.
I never had the chance to thank you for coming with me. Tell me, what do you know of this place?
I don't even know who I am, Principal.
We all came from here.
Oh, Zhao, okay.
In a sense, yes. In another sense, we all came from somewhere else, too. This was just a stop along the way, as is every place. I return every year, usually alone.
The others didn't want to come. There's no need to go back, they said. We left for good.
Well, you came all this way. Go on and make yourself useful. I'm sure my sisters will be happy to meet someone fresh.
Fascinating. We get first person. This seems way nicer so far than what? Sure, go ahead at this point.
Here lies a reckless fixer who discovered our first forms of flight and disappeared.
Wow, that's quite bad, huh? What if the red guard are turned off?
You loved too much. May you let the broken things be broken. Hecky Grace. Love too much. Maybe I will grow up to be just like her.
Yikes, that's also pretty bad. I need to get down there somehow. How do I get down there? Oh, over there.
Here lies a watcher without grace or graciousness. You were my fault. You were my favorite.
I got one of the two true endings. Oh, what's the other true ending?
May you be your own now. Hecky Grace. I don't think it's anyone's fault.
There's this principal off. Oh, okay.
She's my favorite too.
When is this? There's principal, or not principal, there's watcher running about. Oh, it seems like far future, it surely does. Huh. Look at watcher all over the place, just running every which way.
Here lies a terrorist, Blue, who would lose herself in the dreams of others and found a lifetime of solace in tastes and bitters. You found your own footing. We still have much to talk about. Hecky Grace. It's always nice to have someone to talk to.
So was turning off... That's sweet. I like that a lot. That's moving me quite a lot, actually. Wow, okay. So was turning off the traditionalists necessary, or would that have made no difference either way?
Here lies an army of bewildered and brainwashed sisters who were set on a path irreversible. I knew each of you by name. May you forgive what had to be done. Hecky Grace. I'm not very good with names.
Interesting. Alright, we got one. Actually, are there any more up top before I... Nope, wrong button. Okay, I can't pull up the map anymore. Oh, well that makes sense they'd be different in the other true ending. I'm happy with this choice though, so I don't know that I'll even bother seeing the other true ending. Maybe I'll look up what the epitaphs all say. But... forgiveness must always be present. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Claire. Could you just post that to me in Discord so I have it on hand when I'm done? Since I don't have a chat log or anything. Yeah, thank you.
Here lies a stoic knower who listened smartly to every story she was told and committed her life to architecture. You were my trusted and burdened. You are safe to be soft now, Hecky Grace. Soft. Soft is nice.
You are safe to be soft now. That we can all be so fortunate to live in such a world. Healer and BBF. Two of my favorites. Yeah, there's BBF up there. Healer will be in here. Yep, here we go. We'll do BBF last.
Here lies a flawed and fallible healer who thrived in her late years as a cultural icon. Despite my efforts, your days were full of feeling. You were the most human of us all. Hecky Grace, I'm a big fan. What's it like to be a legend?
Oh, healer. Please tell me you survived. Please tell me you survived.
Here lies a bang-bang fire with clumsy wandering roots who fought the gun and lost. Let your hands be clean now.
Sounds like she didn't.
You are swimming, Hecky Grace. I'll place candies here.
Someone needs to set up a flashlight pointing upwards. Just crying. It's all good. Oh, okay. Whew. Just seeing BBF being so alive and running to healer kind of sort of broke me a little bit. do I get back to Principal? Just like this? No, I have to go around this way. Nope, not that way. Is it like this? No, I was correct that it wasn't. It's not down there. Is it here? Yes, there we go. Yeah, right, Claire?
My memory isn't what it used to be.
Whew. It's really good visually.
But in the fractures, something new takes place. The past is always changing, isn't it?
Your sisters. I've heard so much about them.
There was a time when I took care of them. Then, for a while, they took care of me. And now it's my turn again. It's as simple as that.
I'm glad I came.
There's one more sight I want you to see. One I am particularly fond of. There is a cave where water used to part. Please, if you don't mind.
Principal, find where youngest remains. What? What?
Here lies a small-minded Jiao, who was born from the dirt of revolution and smiled through long days of cherry picking and horticulture. You are still the most beautiful thing I've seen. I follow you now, Hecky Grace. Here lies my harmed and hateful beloved, who found justice after her passing. Only you knew me. Let us begin again. Hecky Grace. This one looks like it's been rewritten over and over.
If youngest remains here, then who is Principal?
A mother once told me, take what you wish and leave the rest. A strange one she was. Anything you care to leave? I can't promise I'll look after it, though. Forever is a long time, you understand. So,
I'd like to leave a picture.
I see. A nostalgic type, like me. Of what?
A friend.
Ah, very good. I'll find a spot.
You're staying behind?
Forgive me, I'm one for lingering. But you, are you ready to go?
I'd like to stay a while longer.
Be my guest.
Okay, now it just lets me wander around, but I'm ready to go.
It's not so easy, is it? Are you ready to go?
I am.
You'll be back again? Maybe I'll write one for you. No worries. I'll see you on the other side.
Oh! Now we get to see some of what happened. On blue. The first to breathe in fresh air in 1,000 years. Those shoes look horribly uncomfortable. Especially on sand, my goodness. Okay. Okay. Wow.